Welcome back to Stardrive 2 Let's Play with Stellar Pachyderm. And we are playing our Pollop Literally Green, Extra Green friendly race that must remove the scourge of pollution from the galaxy. So, as a reminder, we are Argocentric, +2 food per farmer, slow breeders, we are clumsy spies, we have photosynthesis, so half our food is, instead of consuming one food, we consume half food per population. We are literally tree hunger, 50% reduction in pollution output. We have a rich homeworld, +2 production per worker on our homeworld. And we are repulsive. That's because nobody likes a greenie. Just saying. Nobody likes environmentalists. Well, except for other environmentalists. But we are literally green, which is why nobody really likes us. We're sort of icky to the other races. They're like, what? You frown on pollution? Kill. So we just took a colony from the rather theocracy. We're going to continue our expansion into the rather theocracy space. Volar Imperium has sort of curbed our expansion this way that I wanted to do. So I want to quickly crush the theocracy and start pushing into the Volar afterwards. I don't want to fight two wars at once at this point. I'm not strong enough. We'll have xenostimulation for the next colony we capture, which will be really good. We need our military antennae. And he's pushing in with a fleet. I can't get to that fleet in time. There's just no way I can get there in time. So, instead we're going to work on taking out the theocracy. Attack one of his core worlds. Probably his first colony. Make sure we put our shield ships in front of our non-shielded ships. And we need to move forward to deal with that starbase. Give us a little bit. We'll traverse about half the distance, I think. Okay, now we need to get these moving. I said half the distance, and I just instantly like, nah, we need to get these moving. The starbase is locked onto this ship, so hopefully it won't target these. Hopefully I can get within range of its missile lasers with my shield ships before these pass, or I start hitting them to knock out his weapons emissions. Alright, his weapon output should be severely reduced, in theory. Drop our engagement range. And our attack was very successful. Go ahead and capture it. Defensive flares assimilated. Not bad, but not really what I'm going to be using. I'm pretty sure defensive flares actually don't consume any ordnance to fire, which is somewhat silly, but I'll take it. Okay, and oh, he's got another world in this system. This is fairly bad for us right here. We need to get the starbase up sooner rather than later, if possible. We're at our max population. We can only have one population there. We can get a cruiser up, though. Go ahead and fight this one out. I don't trust Otto with this fleet setup. Go ahead and wait a little bit. Put these guys to keep moving. Drop our engagement range. And move in. Now, from what I saw with the last fight, I'm going to guess that pulse cannons actually don't affect star bases in the slightest. I'm gonna have to go on a limb and say that they probably don't affect star bases. It sure doesn't feel like it. Raw damage affects star bases, but it doesn't feel like pulse cannons do. Alright, victory. Victory! Capture the colony. We got our orbital shipyards now. You know, they wouldn't trade them, so we had to go to this war just to get them for ourselves, you know? That's all we really wanted. Alright. Alright, we are going to have to move our cruiser directly to that planet ASAP. And oh, I don't have any freighters. I was going to send him to help defend the colony, but oh, we lost that colony because we didn't have freighters and it starved. That's annoying. I wasn't paying attention. I wonder when that happened. I wasn't paying attention when that happened. Are you starving? No, you're producing food. What are all our freighters being used for? So we're using 2 for these troops. That leaves us with 5 freighters being used somewhere. So 1's being used here. That's just 4. You're producing food. Oh, for the new conquest. For the new conquests, because they're not producing food yet. That's why. It all makes sense now. We're at the Volar now. Let's see here. They are coming at us with 4 cruisers. I don't think a single cruiser can stop them. And I don't think we can actually get that up in time. Because we'd have to get enough to buy it next turn. That's not happening. We can let it fall and recapture it at a later date. I think we'll do that, because the important part is to use this fleet back here to kill off the theocracy. And then we can use it to focus in on him. So we can actually let that colony fall. It's not that important. Plus we'll get more tech from whoever we take it from afterwards. So we'll just let it fall. It's not that big a deal. Move you guys forward here. Drop your engagement range down. Make sure all of you guys are set to keep moving. Because they don't have shields, so their only defense against getting hit is movement. So, movement's pretty important for the frigates. Just because they don't have shield generators. And another victory. So we're down to the last couple of Ryla worlds. This will be their home world, I believe. This is their home world. As I remember, I was attacking the home world. I hope it's the home world. It'll really knock... Yeah, that's the home world. Being defended by a single troop. Not that good of an idea. Okay, if you're just going to charge directly at me like that. I'll take that. Subspace anomaly. So I can fetch it down to a single world down here. He's got a colony ship, but not going to do anything with it. That will actually prevent the Ryla from taking this world, which will... Yep. Which will be beneficial to us. It will allow us to wipe out the Ryla quicker. He's going to move in on us here, but... We have a cruiser and a base here. Should be able to hold him just fine. I'll go ahead and run away. Alright. 25 seconds to run away. He's not going to be able to get anywhere near us. We'll be fine. And since fast and light travel is not determined by how many engines you have, we should be able to stay ahead of him as we travel back to our space. So we can use this explorer later on. Our green explorer has run away to fight and live another day. Or something like that. Just run away to live and fight another day. I think it's to live and fight another day. Is the correct way to say that. Interesting fleet movement he's got going there. Now, he has a 23 CP mobile fleet, which is really reasonable at this point in the game. I could actually afford that if I had built one. I just didn't build one. Lost a freighter, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and remain in close defense of the starbase. I'm not worried at all. He's got 2 cruisers attacking us, a bunch of corvettes. This is not something to be worried about. The starbase can handle this, no problem, with Class 2 shields. Yeah, give the starbase a move command. It's gonna swing around and tackle these things, no problem. Oh man, reminds me of the starbases in Mu 3, Master Orion 3. In Master Orion 3, you could build starbases with engines. They just couldn't have fast and light engines. You can only put subspace engines or real space engines on them, not fast and light engines. So you could actually move them around in combat. It's fairly interesting. So looking at his tech, these are very low tier tech ships, basically original designs. He has no point defense on these. No point defense means easy pickings for missiles, which we aren't using except for on our star bases because we can't control that. We could actually right now go retake our colony. Unless he left a lot of troops behind on it, which I doubt. If he left a lot of troops on it, we're not going to retake it. As long as he didn't, we'll retake it. Go ahead and fight this. I don't trust... Like, I should be able to auto that, but I don't know if I would lose a ship. Just take it out. I mean, I shouldn't lose a ship if I auto that. That's a very weak ship. But I'd rather not auto it and not lose a ship than auto it and lose a ship when I shouldn't. So the Ride of the Theocracy is about to be no more. Then it's to war with Volar. Alright. Next turn should see an end to the Ride of the Theocracy. And we'll go ahead and get into our standard turtle defensive formation. That was actually really handy where these guys spawned in at. Really handy location. I haven't actually noticed that line of sight being blocked actually doing anything. I haven't tried firing rockets through line of sight blocked, but everything short of that seems to work just fine. He left a lot of troops back behind. We're not fighting for that with only a single troop. Okay, Ride of the Theocracy has been eliminated. Whatever, I'll lose the Explorer. I'm not too interested in it anymore. Move that fleet back. Another pirate fleet coming in. So we'll go ahead and move you back to the homeworld. That's interesting. This thing was at a huge amount of population capable on it. Then all of a sudden it became just the smallest little planet you can imagine, with only 3 max population. That's weird. Wonder why that is. It shouldn't have. Not gonna be needing one of those on there anymore. I'm gonna auto that. Riddle me this. How did this take on and defeat 4 remnant frigates? Or cruisers, or whatever they were. Like, 4 remnant ships, or master ships, I mean. 4 master ships versus that weak little ship. That makes no sense. It's funny, but it makes no sense. I don't even understand. Oh my goodness gracious. That doesn't compute. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't compute. Like, that would be... The fight that thing won would have been tough for this fleet, I feel. And... it won? Somehow? Best not to ask questions, I guess. Oh, man, that is... That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. He's moving an invasion fleet up to here. Can we rush an infantry base? I don't think rushing infantry is actually do any good for us. But we can move this fleet up here. Hopefully he doesn't actually take it. He's only got 2 cruisers, so he shouldn't be able to take it. We won't auto-run this, just in case auto-run glitches up and makes us lose when we shouldn't. Because I don't think we should lose this. Let's look at his designs closely. Flak and Vulcans and lasers. Missiles. Okay, so... Starbase should focus on the missile boats. Yay, the Starbase hit one. Well, knocked out some of its ammo. That's good. Knocked out more ammo. Missile launcher gun. He's got enough point defense. I don't think missiles are going to get through. take on the closer ships now. Close fight, but I think I got this now. No! Oh! Oh! So close. Well, that's highly annoying. Opturus and Chlorothi are fighting each other. Go ahead and wipe out the remnant of the Ryla. And we'll work after that on the Volfar. I think after this battle sequence, at the end of this turn's over, we'll go ahead and stop this episode at that point. Seems like that would be a good place to stop the episode at. Successful completion of the Ryla and start of the Volfar War. Basically, I should say the start of the reconquest for in the Volfar War. Basically, the only reason why the Volfar was able to make inroads on me at this point was because my fleet was busy taking out the Ryla. And my second fleet wasn't built yet, and I don't have massive amounts of ground troops yet. So alright, everyone just move in. Move in. Do I want to do that, or just I want to... I think I'll ignore that fleet. Alright. Call that here for this episode. We need to retake our colony here, we need to retake our colony here, and then we need to attack the Volfar. So, there we go.